What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the sister Juanita Thomas for the $10 donation via the Cash App. Never got around to shouting you out yesterday. Much respect to you for showing love to the channel. So the Miami Heat, with their backs against the wall, with all of us damn near thinking that this series was probably going to be over. The way that they looked in Game 5, they looked disinterested. They looked decimated, dilapidated. They just looked like a team that was mentally defeated. Boston came out in Game 5 and they just put a hurting on this team. It looked like Miami, they tried, but they just were banged up and they just didn't have enough offense. And their leading player, Jimmy Butler, the heart of the team, he just was not getting it done. I mean, you could say it was the knee, whatever. But at the end of the day, he just wasn't his normal self. A lot of people putting this team out to pasture prematurely, including myself. I'm not going to lie. I thought this was over. I don't know everything. Don't get it always right. But Miami came out with a vengeance in Game 6. Jimmy Butler had perhaps the greatest Miami Heat playoff performance of all time. 47 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, incredibly efficient. Hit big shots when it counted just to be able to curtail the little Boston runs in the second half. Played high on both ends of the court. And they were able to get it done. 111 to 103 to tie this series at 3 games apiece. He had a little bit of help from his friends. Matt Strauss, who also been struggling mightily, had 13 points. Kyle Lowry, who has been hurt and has missed several playoff games, had 18 points and 10 assists. So he had some big games. Tyler Hero continues to be missing. I don't know his status for Game 7. I'm going to assume that he's probably going to miss Game 7. And if they go on to the NBA Finals, maybe he'd be available. Just from the rhythm in my head about that type of injury, I don't think he's ready yet. I don't know. We'll have to see. But one of the problems with Miami is offense, but Jimmy Butler provided that. Boston, sometimes in spots in the game just looked a little flat themselves offensively. Jason Tatum had 30 points, but as hard as it is to say, he wasn't aggressive enough. He only took 12 shots. He was incredibly efficient, but he wasn't aggressive enough. You could argue. Which I guess you could credit that to the defense. The big disappointment for Boston was Al Horford. Only 3 points in 33 minutes of play. By far his worst playoff game this year. He's been big for them all playoffs, but last night was his worst game. So Game 7 will be for all the marvels for a trip to the NBA Finals. For Boston to be a chance for them to get number 18 to break the tie that they have with the Los Angeles Lakers. And to submit Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as one of the great duos in Boston Celtics history. For the Miami Heat, they're able to punch their ticket. It'll be their 6th NBA Final appearance since 2010. And maybe a chance for Jimmy Butler to crack into maybe being a top 75 all-time player, especially if he gets Finals MVP and a championship. So anyway, tell me what you guys think.